Get ready for high school action on the place for local sports, The Score. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. And by Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
That is us. Good afternoon. Welcome to Skowhegan Area Memorial High School, where this afternoon the Score brings you live coverage of boys high school soccer today as the Skowhegan Riverhawks take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. We have another classic battle of Route 201 here this afternoon between two programs coming off tough years. A year ago, each has played one game so far. Lawrence is 0-1, a 2-0 loss to Coney. Skowhegan is 0-1. They had a 3-3 tie against Waterville here. So early on, kind of a feeling out process, AJ.
Yeah, two teams that weren't where they wanted to be last year. And for this Lawrence team specifically, no seniors on this roster, so it's an incredibly young team as well. And when you look at rosters, what's always interesting, right, as we've started the fall season, we talked about it a lot with the Skowhegan-Wyndham football game we had on Friday. Noticeable difference in roster size for both of these programs as well.
Yeah, no question about it. And both, of course, are football schools big time, where usually you get a huge turnout, although not that way this year in Skowhegan. But it is a very hot day to play today. Temperature is in the low 90s. The humidity is over 50%. So hydration is the utmost importance here for this one this afternoon, being played earlier than normal at 3 o'clock, which magnifies it even more.
Yeah, I mean, as a student, right, you get out early because they had to come out here for practice before the bell got out, which is nice. But I thought the home team got to pick colors, right? So why in a 90-degree, 50% humidity day would Skowhegan pick the All Blacks?
Yeah, and then I'm driving up here from Lisbon, and I realize that I'm wearing, and so are you, but of course we're not running around out there.
We found some shade, luckily.
In the sun. Thankfully, we found one of the few shady spots in Skowhegan right here in front of the booth, so we're glad to be in the shade. Skowhegan and Lawrence ready to take the field. We're going to get our national anthem, which is going to be played on the piccolo by Grace Greenlaw here in just a second. We'll take a quick time out and be back with more right after this.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and, just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
is appreciated. Thank you. Now let's meet the starters for both sides.
All right, Mike Violet and A.J. Knight back here, along with Galen Neal, our videographer here this afternoon, as Skowhegan and Lawrence get ready to play in boys soccer this afternoon. We'll see Ryan Donahue in goal for the Skowhegan Riverhawks, a familiar name if you're a Skowhegan basketball fan. Ryan, of course, a key contributor to that basketball team, and they're going to be looking for a lot more from him this year, but that's in the winter. Right now, he is the goalkeeper, and it's always nice, AJ, to have a goalie who is 6'6".
One of the first things I noticed walking by him as we were setting it up, and I did not recognize him as Donahue, as you pointed out. But, yeah, that wingspan, I think, come in handy in the goal.
Yep, and he is really good, too. He is an athlete, and that's the thing about Ryan. He moves very well laterally. He's very agile for a big guy, and he is the last bastion of defense for Skowhegan, and I think that puts them in good hands. Meanwhile, Lawrence, with Narius Sr. to be found on the roster, as AJ said, and their last bastion of defense is their goalkeeper for Bobtown, their head coach, and that's Landon Grip, who we will see. You might be able to see him eventually wearing the yellow, as we look now at Ryan Donahue being introduced. So Landon Grip is a sophomore. He's a good-sized kid, not nearly as tall as Ryan Donahue, but a good-sized kid as well. And Bob Town is very happy with his progress playing goal for the Lawrence Bulldogs. So again, Skowhegan with a tie on its schedule so far, a 3-3 tie last week against the Waterville Purple Panthers. And for Lawrence, a 2-0 loss to Coney. Coney is a very good team, so I think a 2-0 game, not bad against the Coney Rams. So I think something for them to build on. Meantime, Jay Fogg, at least I think if you look at that first game, got some goal scoring. They got 3 goals in that first game. And now we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem by Grace Greenlaw, who is going to play the piccolo.
The anthem is Skowhegan Senior and Skowhegan girls soccer player Grace Greenlaw.
Beautifully done by Grace Greenlaw, Skowhegan Sr., member of the soccer team, who apparently is banged up a little bit because he's got that right knee wrapped up. But well done, Grace.
Shout out to the football team getting ready for practice. They came over to the edge of the practice field to take a second.
Good for them.
To listen to the national anthem.
All right, so here we go. Skowhegan wearing the black today.
Crazy. Uh-oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Byron.
That's not a good way for the home team to ingratiate themselves to the umpires.
Mr. Mann, when you mispronounce one of the officials' names, you go on the B list, don't you?
I think so.
You go on the B list. You go. 56 years he's been officiating basketball. That's a long time, that's for sure. All right, we're set to go. Lawrence in the Road Whites, Skowhegan in the Road Blacks. As always, local sports on the score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than a community college, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. All right, Landon Gripe. Excuse me, Grip. Gripe. Take the E off. All right, I'm in the penalty box now, too. Landon Grip. Me and Athletic Director Jones are in the penalty box. 2 minutes for mispronunciation. What did he say?
He said I can't give him a card.
What color card would I get for that? Would that be yellow? Is that the most severe penalty? Okay. Because
Red.
I don't want no wimpy red card. I want a yellow card. All right, here we go. We are finally ready to go. They will start the clock, which, of course, we can't see. But actually, I can see it. There's a little screen on the back of it. You don't know what I'm talking about, but the actual scoreboard is on a table right in front of us. It's a miniature, sort of a portable scoreboard. So I can see the back of it. So here we go, play underway, and the ball knocked out of bounds in the Skowhegan end. Up there was Daniel Bickford. Now it goes in, off the head there of Pellerin. Up to midfield, Skowhegan, down the far side. Pass goes over to Herrick. And Herrick can't run it down. Throw in here for Lawrence. Just underway. That's kind of a pop-up there. I'm not sure that was by design, but nonetheless, the ball in. And Skowhegan with a chance for a bust out here. Nice job handling it there by Samuel Steves. Steves ahead, the shot, and a save by Grip. Right there with a drive just in Jellison. So Skowhegan with an excellent scoring bid here in the first minute.
I unfortunately put it right on the goalkeeper. Didn't really make him move.
Yeah, it wasn't the most difficult save that Landon Grip is ever going to have to make. And that one's just driven out of bounds by Colby Jakes.
Here, get a quick look here at that last shot.
Great angle on it. All right, throw in goes right back out.
For the Lawrence team looking for their first goal of the season, of course, key is going to be, as it is with every sport, but especially in soccer, possession. Possession, possession, possession.
All right, possession now by Steves. Steves with a head of steam up the middle. Steves to his right is Jellison. Jellison, as we have seen already, is a threat now to Herrick. Camden Herrick. Pass in the middle, shot, and a score! So it doesn't take Skowhegan long, or was that not a goal?
That was a goal.
Okay. I don't know who scored it.
I don't think you can move him. He's there for the ball, I think.
I could see him back off a little bit.
So Skowhegan scores just a minute and 56 in. Number 16 gets the goal for Skowhegan. That's Jack Fitzpatrick. Thank you. So Jack Fitzpatrick scores for the Riverhawks, and they lead it 1-0. An early goal 2 minutes in. Loose ball over on the right side. It's Jellison. Jellison down the sidelines and out of bounds. This is going to go back to the Lawrence Bulldogs.
One thing for Skowhegan, do a nice job controlling the ball. Once they get in the offensive zone, they early on here been able to establish good offensive looks.
Skowhegan with a pickoff, and that was Fitzpatrick who just scored, but it rolls out. The throw in to Asa Stroman. Stroman back to McConnell. McConnell up and trying to get that loose ball there. Steves. Ball veers off to the right. Jellison trying to get a centering pass cleared out.
Lawrence there. Lawrence kicked that one out there, set up the defense here and prevent the corner. Going to get a throw in instead.
That's if we can get a ball to get in play. They finally get one to Jellison. Jellison looks it over. Throw in, good pickoff there by Tilton, who ran up. That one goes right off the backside of Jellison. Now another pickoff by Stroman. Stroman in midfield. In the offensive zone, over to McConnell. McConnell dishes to Herrick. Herrick, defended there by Callum Goldsmith, a freshman. The shot and a save by Grip.
Nice job there by Grip attacking that one, not even allowing that shot, picking off the cross pass there.
And a punt, and a good one by Grip over midfield. Skowhegan, though, right back on the attack. Steves loses. Punched up by Files. Connor Files kicks it into the offensive zone to the middle. Herrick. Herrick with the lead to Steves. Here comes Skowhegan. Steves lays it over. The shot is in. And another one for Jack Fitzpatrick.
That one almost an own goal there. Kind of played it off the Lawrence defender.
So Fitzpatrick with 2. And it's 2-0. And Lawrence got to make something happen.
And Lawrence looking for just establish some offensive possession. Really struggling to get it past midfield.
Right now, that has been a difficult thing to do. All right, pass at midfield to Bickford. Daniel Bickford wearing 7. Over to Pellerin. Now a steal. Back in the other direction. Stroman. The header missed there downfield by Henderson. Now winning the battle for it. Herrick with a shot, and it rolls wide on the far side. Good job to run it down by Fitzpatrick. Check that, not Fitzpatrick, but Jellison. Jellison centers. Shot is blocked by a defender. Loose ball is still there. And now it is run off by Bickford. Bickford can't clear, though. Little two-man game. Jellison with it. Jellison centers. Whacked out of there. Taken back by Stroman. All the pressure here by Skowhegan. Over to McConnell. McConnell up to Herrick. Herrick angles one. It's off the chest and a save by Grip. One off the midsection there of Herrick. And it is Grip punting it away. Off the head of Noah McMahon. Name familiar to baseball fans.
I expect him to have a dazzling ERA yet again this spring.
I expect he will be one of the anchors of the Skowhegan pitching staff. We saw him during the high school season, then the Legion season. Right side Jellison, and it rolls on to Grip.
Jellison tried to steady that one to get a shot and just couldn't, a little bit too much contact, hit it right to Grip. Skowhegan just do a nice job. They get and they turn with some long passes and really just put the pressure on the Lawrence defense.
All right, possession established here by Skowhegan Shakes. We'll touch up to Stroman. Stroman, a good lead for Jellison. That was a nice soft pass. Jellison turns, tries to angle on Veyu. Goes right on, and it rolls on Grip, and he couldn't get a shot off, and Grip just scoops it up.
Back-to-back solid chances for Jellison, just a little bit too much on it. Couldn't quite control it when he needed to gather and shoot.
Total domination so far by Skowhegan, up 2-0, and they've had the ball in the offensive zone for most of the first 6+ minutes. Now Lawrence, here's Pellerin. Pellerin down the middle. Pellerin trying to get a lead pass. Pellerin did get a lead pass. That's Connor Letourneau. Letourneau angled off it, though. Letourneau trying to chase on the near sideline. Letourneau got it back to Bickford. Bickford slid it up, but it's cleared out by Finn Donahue. On the breakout now for Lawrence Hillman. Hillman a junior. Hillman with some solid moves. Spins it down the sideline, trying to get it to Bickford. Bickford in the corner. And it'll be a throw, and it went out off Skowhegan. Went out there off Jakes.
Lawrence better be careful right there. The defenseman way up high as he kicks that over the crossbar. So he'll be able to get back with Lawrence shouting at him that shot coming from one of their defensemen who stayed way up in the offensive zone.
As you can see with Ryan Donahue there, you're not going to get one over him high.
Yeah, very unlikely.
And look at him there. You could see him palm that ball like it was a golf ball. All right, he drops a pass off the right. It's intercepted by Pellerin. Clear it out to midfield. Down the left side, here's a breakout. Skowhegan on the fly. Herrick down the left side and Jellison down the right side, and it's off grip and goes out of play.
He got post on that one. Put a lot.
Did it go off the post?
Yeah, watch
okay.
We see the highlight here as they set up here, and it caught grip on the backside. Luckily for grip, it popped back up in the air and didn't bounce into his own goal. Lucky for a fortuitous bounce for Skowhegan because they're going to get a corner out of it.
So Skowhegan with a corner from the far side, leading 2-0. Here it is. It's off the thigh of Stroman, and Lawrence clears it out. Pellerin hit from behind by Samuel Steeves, and Skowhegan regains control. Steeves gets it up over midfield. Now for the Riverhawks, it's Pillsbury. Stolen by Lawrence. And over midfield, it's Riley Craig. Craig dumps it in. Back to get it for Skowhegan is McMahon. Over to Connor Files. Pass blocked by Pellerin. Picked back up. Cleared by McMahon all the way over midfield. This will make it out right on the Lawrence bench. Throw in here. Corvin Veyu, a freshman, will throw in. Picked off. Right at midfield, and it goes out, and a good stop there by cameraman Galen Neal, flashing the soccer skills that he did at Messalonsky just 1 year ago.
Yeah, he let us know he scored against Skowhegan last year.
Yeah, he scored against Skowhegan last year.
I think that means he's not welcome here.
Steve's, a shot that couldn't have been any more wide. That one went off the right side of his foot. He shanked it, and it went wide.
Steve's had a great one-on-one with grip there. Just couldn't put it on goal.
That looked awfully promising. Then it didn't. 2-0 Skowhegan with 2 goals in the first 4+ minutes by Jack Fitzpatrick. Pellerin right in front of his own bench. Pellerin stopped at midfield by Stroman. Now delivered back in by Lawrence. Here comes the Bulldogs. Johnson, a freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Lawrence team. Got a whistle here.
A little bit of a push in there by Skowhegan.
Get a free kick here. Hillman.
Expect Lawrence to take an extra second here to get this set up. Haven't had many opportunities here in the offensive zone.
And here's one right here. The blast, and it is short.
That one, tried to bend that one in. They talked about the coaching staff saying back post, and that one just too much bend, didn't even make it to the front post. Lawrence, I think thus far you see maybe a little bit of the youth in terms of Lawrence, I think, trying to go a little bit more one-on-one. Skowhegan has those long passes that really just open up the field and quickly get them on the attack.
Speaking of getting quickly on the attack, here comes Camden Herrick. He is so good with the ball, starting the break. Herrick, a little muscle tussle there, and he is called as he planted Hillman.
The Skowhegan team, conversely, has, I think, about 10 seniors on their roster. So a little bit more experienced team, as you talked about in the pregame. Tie to start the season for them against Waterville. And it was a 3-3 tie, so they put some goals in.
I mean, that's the one thing you take from that is you were able to score, which has been a problem in the past. But, yeah, you look at this Skowhegan roster, and it's all seniors, 2 juniors, and the rest sophomores.
It's a little bit more experience. Yep. Maybe I think playing out, especially with how maybe even the chemistry, talking about the passing, I think Skowhegan has displayed thus far.
McConnell intercepted in his own zone. Now Skowhegan sticks with it. The Riverhawks break it out. Steeves Nice pass, laid it up to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick up the right side to Pillsbury. Noah cuts in. Nice layback pass there to Stroman. Stroman with a shot, and it went off the side of his foot. He shanked that one. Down the left side, though, there's Herrick. Herrick walks right in. The shot saved by Grip. Right in close off Steves. And Grip with the save. Very in-close opportunity there for Skowhegan. Back for the Riverhawks, Finn Donahue. Finn. Nice pass away to Robertson. Now Pillsbury. Back to Donahue. Over to Connor Files. 26-26 left first half. It is 2-love. Skowhegan. Right side, good pass. Pillsbury, can he run it down? No.
I think he misjudged that one, didn't want to trap it, and then it just caught one of those weird bounces where it sped up on him a little bit.
And a throw in here for Lawrence. Corvin Veyu. Stolen by Pillsbury. Stroman over midfield. That one smartly knocked down by Noah McConnell. Far side, Connor Files. Here they come. Stopped, though, defensively by Dawson Chapman. From Lawrence. Skowhegan keeps the pressure on. Lawrence has had an almighty struggle just to get it out of their own end. Kept in by McConnell. Here they go. To the net. Here's Herrick. And Herrick had it blocked and it went out. This will result in a corner kick for Skowhegan, their second.
Herrick is just so good. I mean, whether the ball's on his foot, whether he's starting the break, he's just absolutely running the point for the Skowhegan offense.
All right, Camden Herrick with a corner kick. All right, Herrick with it lined up. Doesn't get through, ends up on the foot of Stroman. And Herrick eventually gets a nice setup there in front, off the head of Donahue, but wide.
Donahue couldn't get his head pointed forward, so that one just kind of bounced straight up and then went out for the goal kick.
Justin Jellison back in for Skowhegan.
That's one of the other things, too, we talked about in the pregame, the difference in roster size. You see teams freely subbing in. Skowhegan got a few more bodies to use. See Herrick coming out for the first time here.
He's impressive.
Yeah, he's very good.
Header by Pellerin. Pellerin down at midfield to Craig, or at least near the circle. And now driven up by McConnell. McConnell up the far side to Jellison, went out. Lawrence throwing. 2-0 Skowhegan. Uh-oh, here we go. Here's Steves. Steves with a blast high and wide. Samuel Steves. And he pulls his jersey over his head as if to say, what a dope I am for missing that one.
I've got Steve's already down for 5 shots. He's got 1 goal, but 5 shots.
Yeah, he's busy. All right, Jack Fitzpatrick out.
I tell you what, too, see some of these Skowhegan players come out. They got some length on their team.
Yep, some tall kids.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Graff is ready to come in, too. He's another very tall one. He's actually the backup keeper.
Lawrence has weathered the storm after giving up 2 early, but the problem has been they just can't get it really out of their half of the field.
Yep.
Of course, as I say that, they get it past their half of the field.
Yeah, and I think experience that Skowhegan has just playing more soccer has come into play here. They've done some things smartly to get it out of their own end.
Yeah, I agree. I think you see, I think chemistry, too, in the passing. They're comfortable passing to each other.
Yeah, they kind of know where each other's going to be or where they think they're going to be. Here's Finn Donahue. Donahue over in front of us, and it's out off Robertson.
Lawrence chance here to throw in.
Aaron header off the head of Johnson. Ball goes to Skowhegan.
Now, Lawrence, again, and a big part of that is grip. Grip has settled in and made some big saves. Skowhegan hasn't put a ton on goal since those first two, but Lawrence has at least weathered the storm, but obviously not going to do much good if they can't start gaining some offensive possession.
Pillsbury breaks it out over to Graff. Graff taken away. Good defense by Ryan Tilton. Lawrence pooches it back in. Now here's a drive ahead of the play, LeBonville, but Grip is ahead of him. And Landon Grip able to get out and boot that away.
Nice play by Grip. You got to be aggressive there in that situation. Yep. Take away any offensive chance.
All right, midfield for Skowhegan Stroman. 21-10 left first half. Steal by Pellerin. Here comes Pellerin. Pellerin got tripped up. Trevor Pellerin, no chance there. He was upended. So free kick here. Here's Tilton. Tilton caught by Donahue.
I think that one a little bit rushed. Lawrence didn't get all their players down, and then he just kind of airmailed that.
Jellison drags the sideline down to Graff. Graff picked off there. Good play by Dawson Chapman. Excellent defense by Chapman. Chapman left foots it to the middle of the field. Pellerin can't connect. Now it's Johnson clearing it over. Right back in, though, by Finn Donahue. Skowhegan with some numbers up there, but Pillsbury played it too far ahead, and back to get it for Lawrence is Landon Daigle.
Good recovery there, though, by Pillsbury to force that push out as Lawrence wanted to set their defense. So Skowhegan's still going to get a throw in deep in Lawrence territory.
Coming in for Skowhegan, Henry Seitz, who's a sophomore. Got to use your people today on this hot day.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going the distance in this one. All right, Pooch back in by Connor Files of Skowhegan. Loose ball right in the game. Seitz drives it up for Graff. Graff can't handle. Now Pellerin. Pellerin over midfield. Knocked down there. Returned by Files. High ball comes down right at midfield. Over the midfield stripe, Riley Craig got it in, but Skowhegan right back up with it down the left sideline. There goes Jellison. Jellison to the middle. Nice move. Jellison to McConnell. McConnell, lead pass. There's LeBonville. A shot tipped by Grip, and he tipped it wide. Pillsbury. Water break. Can't say as I blame him for that. 19 minutes, 4 seconds left in the first half. We have a timeout on the field. Here in Skowhegan, the score is Skowhegan 2, Lawrence nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Local sports on the score brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at cmautogroup.com. Tomorrow we'll be over in Winslow for girls soccer. Morse will be in town to take on the Winslow girls. Game time is 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. AJ and I will be there for the call, audio and video at 1160thescore.com and centralmainesports.com. All right, water break done. Everybody's hydrated?
Yeah.
Here we go.
The refs, us, we all took one.
Yeah, interestingly enough, just as that Joseph's Market commercial was ending, one of the officials asked me, I don't know why, if I wanted a hot dog.
I was just trying to make sure you're accommodating.
If I could have gotten a sausage from Joseph's Market, I would have said yes. Because those things look fantastic. Ooh, a shot there in front by Stroman got blocked. You could hear the thud on that one. And it looks like this is going to be a corner kick by Camden Herrick again, this time from the other side.
So Herrick will set up again, and he got that quick breather back out there. Been their best playmaker today.
And he goes left-footed. The header, and it's down, and Donahue can't head it in. So Herrick is ambidextrous with the feet.
Yeah, that one, I think, off Lawrence yet, so we're going to get another corner for Skowhegan.
He's going to go over to the other side, and this time he'll use the right foot.
Yeah, Donahue able to get his head down for a little bit more direction, though. I think he just misjudged it. It went off his forehead, so it just spiked straight into the ground.
All right, let's see Herrick from the other side. Donahue set up in front. Also in front is Steves. Ooh, there's the kick, and it goes right through everybody. So the opportunity was there. Nobody was on it.
Skowhegan's had it. They scored two quick ones here and then have had a lot of opportunities. Grips made some saves. He's gotten some help from his defensemen as well that have deflected a few.
Post
saved one.
Post helped him out, his best friend. All right, here's Grip with a punt. Kept in by Skowhegan. They've been doing this all game. Here's Herrick. Herrick with great skills. Look at him go to the net. Herrick takes it right in front, and I don't know what the call is.
I think
Did
he
go
stepped
out?
on the end line.
He had to be. Stepped on the end line. So Herrick trying to angle in, went a little bit too deep. And Grip will kick it away. Off the head of Hillman, then out right in front of us.
A little bit of a break there, I think, for Lawrence. He looked a little bit unsettled in that situation.
Throw in by Hillman. Hillman, not much of a throw in. Now Skowhegan's got a shot at it. Colby Jakes. Going to move him up the sideline.
Yeah, I think they said the throw never made it in bounds.
Good point. So it goes back to where it came from. All right, quickly into Stroman. Stroman in traffic. Stroman nicely done to Steve. Steves has it taken away by Pellerin. Good moves by Pellerin. Pellerin keeps it in bounds, then he can't. Trevor with a nice move down the sideline, then just a little too far.
That was a heck of a first move. I thought he was going to make it up the sideline.
Right side, and Jellison can't keep it in.
I think you're starting to see a little bit of fatigue here for both teams.
It's understandable. It's a tough day. These kids aren't used to playing in this kind of weather in the first week of September as we finally get summer 2023 at the wrong time. I mean, I'll take it any time, but July 3rd would have been a nice time to get this.
That's true. When I came in as the teams were warming up and we were getting set up, one of the Skowhegan players said, "So much for fall 2023."
Right. I suspect it'll come eventually, but man, as I was driving up here looking at the thermometer on my car as that one goes out, edge up a degree, and I started at my place, it was 87. By the time I got in the lot here, it was 93, so...
Same for me. Left Waterville, same thing.
All right, a throw in here for Lawrence, down 2-0. Thrown in by Hillman. Bulldogs looking for pressure. It's been a lazy chair kind of day for Ryan Donahue in net for Skowhegan. Up to Steves. Steves with some open field. Steves with a shot. Nice save by Grip. Landon with an outstanding save there, diving to his left.
Nice job, too, because Steves obviously changed direction on him, going from left, trying to get it across to the right. Grip with a nice reaction there just to push that one out.
All right, corner kick. And Camden Herrick, the senior. The drive deflected, and that, over the net. Good shot there by Files, just over the net. Connor Files, the senior, almost dropped it in.
I mean, and that's how it's gone for Skowhegan, really, after those first two goals. Just a save here, haven't been able to just lock it completely in.
All right, a pickoff. Here's Herrick. Herrick in traffic. Herrick, and it scoots right onto Grip. Grip wearing the shades, punts it away.
Got a hold of that one. He outkicked his coverage.
He sure did. He sure did. That was a heck of a punt.
Skowhegan not able to control, though, so Lawrence going to get to throw in here on the offensive side.
Henderson lobs it in for Tilton. Back to Henderson. Henderson can't handle. Herrick, the lead for Steves. Steve pops it to the middle. Steves does. Steves plays it ahead from an angle shot. Kicked out there by Grip. Good shot by Steves to get it on goal, and Grip stayed right with it.
We've got Steves with 7 shots now.
Wow.
Grip now has 6 saves.
Wow, Steves has been a threat.
And he gets inside that box. He's letting it fly.
13:20 left in the half. 2-0 Lawrence, and 2-0 Skowhegan. Another corner kick, and Justin Jellison will do it. Jellison with a long one, way too long.
Speaking of outkicking your coverage.
Yeah, he sure did there. All right, back to LeBonville. LeBonville stolen by Hillman. Hillman can't clear. LeBonville, good job checking there. Now Hillman relieves the pressure for a second, but not before Stroman steps right into it. Now to Jellison. Jellison angles and diving and grabbing that loose ball is Landon Grip.
Man, he has really settled in. Credit to Grip. It's early, but we had one of these games when we were here for Skowhegan field hockey the other day where the goalie had just done such a...
It did everything but hit us.
Tried to catch it.
That was a very strategically placed bounce or 2 or 3. We all survived. I thought Galen Neal, being a former soccer player, would be right on that, but he didn't even move.
Oh, I don't think he's been given the lecture about the order of saving things.
Right.
Equipment gets saved first, then
Right.
Mike, then me.
Yes, the pecking order goes that way. Equipment, me, AJ, then you, Galen. And if necessary, you go down with a ship score. Finn Donahue.
How about that shot?
That was well placed, huh?
Yeah, just right over Grip's outstretched hands.
So Donahue scores, at 28 and change. I can't see on the clock. And it is 3-0 Skowhegan. So Fitzpatrick, and Donahue with the goals. And it's 3-0.
Finally, Skowhegan able to finally put one on goal. Or not, I want to say finally. They put a few on. Grip's played well, but that one just, what a perfect placement.
Yeah, I mean, of all of the shots that they've had, and they've had quite a few, many of them that have not ended up on goal have been from pretty close range. That one was not from very close, but it was extremely well placed. Well done by Finn Donahue, getting Skowhegan's 3rd goal of the game. Down to 11 minutes left of the first half. 3-0 Skowhegan. Tomorrow, Winslow hosting Morse in girls soccer at 3:30. A throw in here for Lawrence. Trying to get some offense. Hillman. Into Pellerin. Trevor Pellerin. Pellerin taken away by Stroman. Now in the middle, it's Steves. Steves way out of play.
That's the other thing, too. Skowhegan, I think you see the difference. Skowhegan plays much more pressure on the ball handlers.
Steves lost it. Driven back in by Doug Hillman. Now driven out by Skowhegan. He gets it ahead to LeBonville. LeBonville picks up the trailer there. Steves tries to get it over to him, and it's blocked. Good job there to get back into the play by Hunter Henderson, the freshman. Sights.
Kicks it out as LeBonville, I think, caught a foot across the angles. He tried to cross up the defender there.
Yep. You can see him down wearing number 8.
Let's also not to put aside cramps also may be a factor.
Right. He's getting up.
LeBonville was advantageous there. The header there by Lawrence went back over his head, so he had a breakaway there, then tried to cross up to center up and get some more space, and nice defensive play, slowed that down, and then he just kind of, I think, caught a foot across the ankle.
All right, a break for water. We'll take a break for some commercials and some water as well. Score here is Skowhegan 3 and Lawrence 0. This is boys high school soccer on the Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
All right, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Galen Neal back here live in Skowhegan. A very quick water break, and we are back live. And Skowhegan in control of this one, leading here 3-0. Here's Steves. Look at the speed. He lost the ball, though. Steves trying to bust out with it, and he continues to force the issue. Dawson Chapman, boy, Steves is all over the place.
What was that saying in basketball? You said a rat, right? The player you love to have on your team, you hate to play against.
Jim Rat.
Yeah. I mean, that possession right there, I think they're just trying to get it to the midfield line.
Jellison forces the issue here. Now a pickoff by Henry Seitz. And Skowhegan will go to midfield to start it off. Noah McMahon. Over to Ashton Robertson, a sophomore, getting in. As Coach Jay Fogg uses some of his squad's depth. A lot more numbers on the Skowhegan side. That one rolls out. Grip will get on it.
I think you saw it in that possession there for Steves too, right? Skowhegan's been able to sub a little bit more freely, a little bit bigger roster. And you saw the energy there from him, even though he's been really active all game when he's been in.
All right, now for Lawrence, Connor Letourneau. Letourneau to the middle, upended. And this will be a free kick for Lawrence.
Good opportunity.
Pretty good spot here.
20 yards out.
Doug Hillman. Easy save there for Donahue. That has been his day today.
Yeah, 2 official saves, but both of them have looked exactly like that.
Yep. They have been pop-ups. That one's out far side off Lawrence. Check that off Skowhegan. So Lawrence with possession here on the far side. Dawson Chapman with a free kick. Grounder got it up to Pellerin. Pellerin down the sidelines. Kept it in the middle. Worked it smartly. To Riley Craig. Craig couldn't do anything with it. Cleared back out to midfield. Look out. Here comes Steves. He's got a flat-out breakaway. Steves shoots and a save by Grip. He kind of shot it right at him.
That one, I think he got a little bit overconfident maybe as he just tried to pop it over him as opposed to putting that on line maybe in one of the corners.
Yeah, that's what the corners are there for. Use them. A pickoff here by Doug Hillman. Hillman. Can't get it out. Now Hillman laid it over. Here's Chapman. Chapman not able to get by Stroman. Stroman with the steal. Stroman ahead. Stroman and what do we got? Offsides?
No, I think Stroman with too much contact.
Okay.
Steves, I don't think, touched it to activate offsides.
Good catch.
Thank you. I did play sports once upon a time.
Yeah, you're more coordinated than you look.
Thank you. That's what I was going for.
Exactly.
Leave him underestimating.
I am happy to pay you the compliment. Breeze picks up, which is welcome here today, believe me. But thank God for the press box shade.
No joke.
Skowhegan back in its own zone, back to Donahue. Ryan gets it over on the right for Seitz. Seitz over midfield. Now Steves. Right side to Jellison. Jellison takes it in, lays it over. The other side hits the goalpost. Hit the goalpost. Fitzpatrick looking for his hat trick, and he hit the post. And that one is driven over everything.
Here's what happened while we're showing you that replay. Got a good recovery. Steve's got another chance and then just hit Grip again.
All right, Grip will kick it away. 5:20 left in the half. It's 3-0 Skowhegan. Pass up to Tilton. Tilton tried to angle it down the sidelines and missed. And so Jellison is going to let Seitz throw it in.
Get Herrick in here to close out the half as well.
Yeah, might as well get your gunner in there. Especially with a throw in the zone. Graff fights for the loose ball. Now Jellison. Jellison down the sidelines with Graff.
And that was offsides.
Yeah. So Lawrence ball. And that's out.
Into the golf cart. Skowhegan an opportunity here as soon as they coordinate. Bunch of subs, kind of subbing in mass right now.
Yep, Finn Donahue's going to do the throw-in. Drops it down to Stroman. To Jellison, who avoids that one. And now it's out. Herrick. What if Fitzpatrick? Fitzpatrick back to McConnell. McConnell. Now the shot off the crossbar by Asa Stroman. Skowhegan could have 5, 6, maybe more goals in this one.
That was a good looking shot, too, from that distance. Just a little bit too high. And I believe, by my count, that is 3 post saves.
I think you're right.
But I think they've hit all 3 of them.
Yeah. All right, down the far sideline, Skowhegan has had all the pressure here in the first half and falling down on the play. I think he stepped on the ball, Noah McMahon, for Skowhegan.
I think he tried to pivot there and just put a little bit too much weight on the ball.
Yep. Lawrence, a little bit of pressure, but not for long as Finn Donahue clears it out. That fly is relentless.
Yeah, it is.
Throw it here for Lawrence. Skowhegan able to clear over the far side. Check that it went out off Lawrence. Ahead of the pack is Graff. Let's see if Graff can use this. Graff. Now to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick taken away from him by Landon Daigle. Now off the right foot of Hillman. Midfield, a header, a second header. Loose ball, Donahue. Donahue to Stroman. Stroman can't use it. Now McConnell. Jellison. Now it's Stroman. Stroman kicks it up right on net and Grip. Punts it away. 2 minutes left in the first half. 3-0 Skowhegan. Midfield Stroman. Stroman laid it back for McMahon. It just flies like a kamikaze.
Yeah, he is.
All right, over midfield. Stroman working it. Trying to get it up to Jellison. Off the chest there of Hillman. Now Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, nice little drop pass up to Jellison. Jellison centers, but it's offside.
Good luck, but offsides. Skowhegan been playing with fire. There's a couple I thought maybe a little bit closer, and hard to see. Obviously not a direct line of sight for us either way. But now getting caught a little bit, being a little aggressive here in the back half of the first half.
That was a clear push there by Nick.
Yes, it was. There was nothing.
Yep.
Nothing disguised
Asa
about
Stroman
that.
did not try to hide that one, as he didn't just nudge Ryan Tilton in the back. Free kick here for Lawrence. Less than a minute to go, right inside the circle. Chapman got some good length on that, but it's cleared out by Skowhegan. Graff. Midfield. Herrick directs traffic. Trying to go ahead of the pack to Graff. Graff, though, beaten to it. Good hustle back there by Chapman. Herrick kept it alive. 25 seconds left. McConnell pooches it over to Stroman. Now Donahue over midfield. Trying to get it by the defense. Good block there by Hillman. Hillman, some nice ball skills. Taken away by Fitzpatrick. There's time. We're under 10. Fitzpatrick angles and a sliding stop there. That was excellent defense by Hillman. They still have the ball, and that's it.
Crucial play there by Hillman, the stop, because Herrick was going to get a centering pass. He had a defender with him, but that first slide tackle prevented any kind of scoring opportunity.
Great slide tackle there by Hillman. And on that note, that ends the first half here in Skowhegan. The score at halftime, Skowhegan Riverhawks 3, Lawrence Bulldogs nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet and A.J. Knight, along with Galen Neal, our videographer, back here at Skowhegan Area High School, where the Riverhawks lead the Lawrence Bulldogs in boys soccer here today. Not yet. The score here at halftime is Skowhegan 3 and Lawrence nothing. The Riverhawks got going very fast. They scored fast and furious. First couple of goals coming in the first 4 minutes plus. The first one by Jack Fitzpatrick, and the second one by Jack Fitzpatrick. The first one at 1:56, the second one at 4:16 made it 2-0, and Skowhegan off to a flying start. Took a while, over 24 minutes, for the third goal to be scored by Finn Donahue on a great shot from deep that he dropped in behind the goalkeeper Landon Grip. That came at 28 minutes plus, made it 3-0. That's where we stand now. This game calmed down for Lawrence, though, after those first 5 minutes, AJ. They seem to at least settle in a little bit, but still, total domination by Skowhegan here in the first half. They've had the ball in the in the Lawrence zone probably 80% of the time.
Yeah, I think Lawrence has had a couple of free kicks, which is really equated to the, 3 shots that I have from in the first half. Unfortunately, just no challenge whatsoever. The one hit the side of the front side of the net, on the goal, so never even really challenged. And then Donahue, I don't even think he's had to move for the 2 saves that he has, as they've just landed right in the breadbasket. It's just they've been unable to really get it past midfield, and then when they do, Skowhegan is just very relentless in their pressure. And we talked about it a lot. This is a Lawrence team with no seniors on the roster, and it's a Skowhegan team with, I think, 10 seniors on the roster. And I think you see that difference specifically in the passing, because when Skowhegan gets the ball, especially right about midfield, there's a stretch pass coming, and next thing you know, they're deep into the offensive zone.
Yeah, and the experience, I think, is showing the amount of time that Skowhegan has played with one another in practice and in games for 3 and 4 years now with their big set of seniors, 10 seniors. It really has shown here in the first half they seem to know where each other's going to be. They seem to have their offense down a lot more, and I do think there's a bit of a skill difference as well. Skowhegan's got some more skilled players. That certainly has come into play. I mean, I think you're looking at Skowhegan right now with 3, 4, maybe 5 really good, skilled offensive players.
Yeah, Herrick, we've talked about a lot, obviously, really from either of those wing positions has done a nice job bringing the ball into the offensive zone, setting up the offense. He has an assist at half. Another one, Stroman, the midfielder, has handled the ball a lot in the center, done a nice job. He scored the third goal. Donahue did, but Stroman was essential in that. And then Jellison down the side has been big, and Fitzpatrick has been big as well. So they just, like you said, I think we talk about that a lot in sports as we get started in the fall season. When you have that big-time player you can count on, it lets everybody else kind of settle into comfortable roles, and you can kind of figure out your pecking order. Skowhegan, I think, clearly has that established. They know who their top guys are. They have the skill. They're comfortable with each other, whereas Lawrence, I think, struggling to who's the leader on the field, really.
Yeah, you can clearly see it's Herrick out there for Skowhegan. He plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, and I think that inspires the rest of the kids to play with a lot of confidence too, and we saw that in the first half. He's really the leader of the pack.
Yeah, and then, confidence, there's no shortage, I think, for Steve's either for Skowhegan. I've got him down for 9 first-half shots.
Wow.
And so, I mean, I think, if you're any coach, I think you'll go down right with that aggressiveness. I'd rather you put the ball on the goal or somewhere near it than have it taken away from you. I'll live with that aggressiveness.
Yep, for sure. And Herrick has had such an impact on this game, even though he doesn't have a goal yet. He may have had an assist that we don't have down on the score sheet. But for a guy who hasn't scored, he has, in his own way, dominated the game.
Yeah, 100%. Again, you'll see as you watch the stream. I think you saw it in that second goal. He was that's the one he had the assist on. He just has been so big. He can start the break, and then he gets up there and sets up a nice cross pass. There's a reason why he handles the corner kicks as well. And just to put it in more perspective, the differential in the possession time at the end of the first half, I have the shot count 17 Skowhegan, 3 Lawrence.
Whew. That is an enormous advantage.
Yeah,
it's 3-0 Skowhegan. Jack Fitzpatrick has scored twice. Finn Donahue has the other goal for the Riverhawks, and right now Skowhegan with a comfortable lead here at the break. It is 3-0. We'll take a timeout. Back with more from Skowhegan before the second half. We'll be back right after this.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Second half ready to go. Skowhegan on top here, 3-0. Riverhawks on the field. They're chomping at the bit, up 3-0. Lawrence just returning from the shady spot where they spent halftime down to our right. And we are set to go as Ryan Donahue takes the goal to our right here, and Landon Grip will head down to our left. And halftime has been brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner. Find them online at hammondlumber.com.
I think one of the things we did touch on at half also is, I think, difference in roster size. A little bit bigger roster for Skowhegan, able to do a little bit more subbing. And I think, especially near the end there, I think you saw a little bit more of that. The Merricks, the Steves we talked about for Skowhegan, they got their opportunity to sit down for a second.
Yeah, and I also think, the quality of that roster as well. There's a little bit of difference there in these two schools. Lawrence with the ball here off the face-off, and, of course, Skowhegan will drive it right back in and Grip right on it.
Oh, and I did not give you his official stats. I had 3 goals against for Grip with 8 saves at the half.
He was busy. A high punt, and it comes down to McMahon. McMahon can't clear. Pellerin with it. Trevor down the sidelines off the shins and out of bounds. Lucian Malik. Throw in here by Chapman. Herrick on it. Herrick ends up back with it. Look at the moves. Herrick on the fly. Nice lead for Steves. Steves to the middle. Steves avoids one defender, then got blindsided by Chapman. Chapman broke the play up. Steves ended up on the ground.
A nice play there because they're going to get a... No.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get a free kick for Skowhegan, too.
There's a little bit of contact. I was a little surprised there's a whistle, but I guess it was offside, so I agree with that call, actually.
All right, hustling back for Lawrence is Goldsmith. Goldsmith, and I don't know if he was trying to angle that on net. If he was, it didn't happen.
I think My guess is he was going for a centering pass and just did not get enough of it because he just drilled that one about 10 yards wide of the goal.
Here's Donahue.
One of the other things, too, we talked about halftime with Skowhegan having several playmakers is we heard here at the start of the second half, Skowhegan coaching staff shouting out, watch 5, Pellerin for Lawrence. When you got a few more diverse playmakers, hard to key in on them, too.
Yep. Pillsbury over on the far side, working it, goes down.
Another baseball player, right?
Yep.
So he played in the outfield, I think, or we saw him a little bit more in Legion season.
Yes. All right, pass in the middle, knocked down by Tilton. Tilton dropped it back in, but Donahue again with another.
And you aren't kidding, him palming that ball.
Yeah, those are big hands. That ball looks like, and he goes lefty here, that ball looks like a golf ball in his hands.
That'll be the starting center, right, this year?
He's going to get a lot of playing time on the basketball team this year because they also lost a lot to graduation.
That is an understatement.
Savage, LePage, McCray.
Kind of the same names you've heard a few times.
Yep. They'll be in a bit of a rebuild as well, but I think he is someone who is going to have an outstanding year. He's a player who for any other program would have been a starter and played 25 minutes a night. In Skowhegan, that was not the case, but it's going to be this year.
It doesn't hurt when you bring back 6'5".
No, and I think it's more than that. And not only is he 6'6"-ish, maybe more, he's put some muscle on. He's a big, big young man. He's got to go 225.
A little bit of, during the break here, I think on the trying to cross up there, McConnell took a little bit of a shoulder to the nose, which he's going to sub out here for a second. But I think more than anything, everybody's been hitting the nose, right? Those lights flash for a second. Yep. You kind of got to regain your sensation.
All right, so he's out. And back in for Skowhegan is Stroman. Stroman, another solid first half for the Riverhawks. Pass in close. Steves fanned on a shot. Cleared out of there. And slowed down by Colby Jakes. Kept in by the Riverhawks, Pillsbury. Pillsbury in the middle to Herrick. Off of Lauren's head. Now tamped down by Stroman. Stroman trying to break. Stroman to Steve. Steve's ahead of the pack. Great pass to Malik, and it's offsides.
Skowhegan was very disciplined, at least from the ref's eyes, for 2/3 of the first half. And then in that last third, started to get busted a little bit more for offsides, getting a little bit too aggressive on some of those stretch passes.
All right, Lawrence, free kick here. Bulldogs looking to create some offense. It has been a struggle. Over midfield, Stroman. Stroman, nice back pass. Stroman a pass over on the left for Malik, didn't connect. Pellerin left it there. Midfield, Skowhegan comes away with it. Stroman blindsided by Letourneau. Letourneau stole it. Letourneau turns up. Avoids Jakes. Skowhegan, though, stays with it. Herrick ahead of the pack to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to the middle. Finds some open space and scores. Jack Fitzpatrick with a hat trick.
How about that pass from Herrick?
Oh.
Talk about on the money.
That was pretty.
And Fitzpatrick, nice move there to center that up, give himself some time. And for Grip, just even on the short side there, couldn't track it down.
Time of the goal, 5:03 of the second half. And it's 4-0. Great assist by Herrick.
Quickly here, already Skowhegan got the ball back, too.
Every time I look down and look back up, that's happened. All right, on the bust out, Malik. Malik stops. Goes to the corner. And that centering pass was blocked there. Noah Spaulding got that high. That got his attention. Throw in by Skowhegan. Tamped down by Herrick. Herrick creates some open space, delivers it over on the other side for Jakes. Jakes in the middle for Donahue. Donahue down the right. There's Pillsbury. Nudges it to the middle, cleared out.
Now looking for Steve's head a little bit behind him, though.
Good clear by Tilton. Herrick keeps it, that is, in close. Herrick back over to Stroman. Skowhegan doing a good job finding the open man and a shot wide by Fitzpatrick.
There, I think you see right there what you're talking about. That must have been deflected. It looked like they're lining for a corner, but you see, I think, in that just whole display there, Skowhegan passes back and forth, right? I think the skill level you were talking about.
Camden Herrick angles it in lefty, and it's cleared out off the foot of Spaulding. Nice deep clear by Spaulding. At least got it out 30 or 40 yards away. Pillsbury right back at it, though. His pass was intercepted for the moment. Stroman, long one, goes wide. Checking the clock here, brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 32:58 left in the second half. It is 4-0 Skowhegan. Header by Stroman. Got a lot of the noggin on that one. Went very high. Now Steves. Steves breaks in. Steves shoots, and a save is made on the dive. And an excellent one by Landon Grip.
Grip has just had Steve's number today. That's his 10th shot.
Yeah, he's been busy. Back to Donahue. Ryan blasts it up.
Steve just hasn't been able to just figure out Grip today. He's had so many good looks. It helps, I think he's put it a little bit too much dead center on the goalie than he would like.
All right, Fitzpatrick lost it, got it back. Pooches it back for Stroman. Stroman, and we've got a body on the ground, and they're going to call Stroman here for the violation.
Stroman whiffed on that first pass and then tripped Pellerin trying to recover.
Cleared up, intercepted by Stroman. A wave of black up front over to Herrick. Herrick played it a little too far ahead, and he got stuffed in the process by Daigle. And it's all the way back on Donahue. Donahue will flip it out left side to Files. Files over to Malik. Malik down the sidelines. There is Steves. Steves, a fake to the inside, then went outside, ends up on the ground.
Should be waiting to see what I think it's a free kick, basically, or did they get kicked out? Yeah, I think it got knocked out because Herrick's going over there. Well, he's not going all the way to the flag, but basically almost a corner. Now they switch. I was going to say basically almost a corner. Now him and Steve
it's a free.
switch places.
So it's a free from here, and Herrick is going to go to the net. So Steves with the free kick. Skowhegan up 4-0. Goes on the ground, and it's just stuffed out of there by Grip.
That one caught a lot of posts there. I don't think he got enough of that as he wanted to.
All right, teams are freely subbing on this extremely warm day.
Worth noting again, this is a Lawrence team that has no seniors.
No seniors.
And I did the counting as well, which I'm going to give to you here because the junior number isn't very high either.
No, they're very young. All right, Grip couldn't clear it out of there. Herrick with the intercept. Camden Herrick. High and very high and probably going to make it out because I don't think Jellison can run it down. He can't.
Heck of an effort, but couldn't. 5 juniors. No seniors, 5 juniors on this Lawrence team.
That is youth personified. Bodes well for the future, but you might take your lumps this year. All right, throw in Pellerin. Part of the youth on this roster. He's a sophomore.
I think Pellerin is going to be good, too. He's very individually skilled.
Yeah.
Problem is, as Skowhegan coaching staff, anytime he touches the ball, it's basically like Icebox and Little Giants. They make sure they mark him out.
All right, here's Steve. Shoots and scores. That was ice cream there for Samuel Steves, and it's 5-0.
That one he just picked up off the scrum, and I think for him, finally just happy to see one go in the net because I believe for Steves, that's his second goal on 11 shots.
Did he get the third goal?
So I've got Fitzpatrick has 2, Steves has 2, and then Donahue has 1.
See, I've got Fitzpatrick 2, and then Donahue and Steves were the others. That long one from deep, I thought that was Finn Donahue.
Yeah, that's what I have. Donahue 1, Steves 2, Fitzpatrick 2. That's the 5 I have.
You have Fitzpatrick for 2 or 1?
2.
All right, Finn Donahue for 1.
Yeah, and Steves for 2.
I thought Fitzpatrick scored that 4th goal.
He didn't. He didn't have 2. He didn't have 3. He had. Steves had the second one. That one just goes in, and Steves now picks up the hat trick.
Okay, and it's 6-0. All right, I apologize.
All that confusion. Now Steves has a hat trick. We're trying to track it down.
So Samuel Steves is on a roll. He's got a couple of goals here in less than a minute.
30 seconds.
Yeah. So Steves makes it 6-0.
Oh, I forgot to throw my hat. I didn't bring one.
You're not supposed to do that. That's for the fans.
Oh, as an announcer, I can't throw my hat?
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
Steve's hard working for that. That's just 12 shots, 3 goals.
Yeah, he sure has worked hard for it. So he's got 3. Fitzpatrick has 2.
Yep.
And Donahue's the other.
Donahue with a really nice long one.
Okay, all right. I'm all set now.
Lawrence now in the offensive zone. Missed that throw there looking for Pellerin, but he got a chance.
Yep, can't get to it. Thought Trevor Pellerin might get back there and get a shot away. Not in the cards. Here's Fitzpatrick over the net.
Fitzpatrick got a great look there. Steves was with him, but then Steves outran the defense, so he couldn't actually make that pass.
So Grip will kick it away.
Feel for Grip, too. I got him down at this point 6 goals against and
He's been busy.
11 saves.
Here's his kick. Comes down to Herrick. Herrick for McConnell. Now to Stroman. Stroman back to Donahue. McMahon to Stroman. Stroman. Nice work around Johnson. Now back on the sidelines to Files. And that's going to go out inadvertently there off Chapman, Dawson Chapman.
Skowhegan team got to feel good. I know we're only 2 games in. There's still some time in this one. But last year, as a team, I think they scored 9 total goals, 6 to 9. I can't remember the exact totals. Yeah. And they've got 9 here in the first 2 this season.
There's some talent on this team. I think they're going to give people some problems this year.
They've got some, I think, a nice spread of playmakers in a couple different levels. I don't doubt that Donahue's a good goaltender. Just haven't seen much of it today. But
yeah, he just hasn't been tested. But
yeah, I would bet with his size and athletic pedigree, he's not half bad at least.
Pass looking for Steves on it though. Chapman wheels to the corner. Steves knocked it out.
That's the other thing, too. You talk about the playmaker, Steves and Herrick. Steves especially. Fitzpatrick thrown in there as well. Sometimes, not even possession can generate those opportunities, right? You get the throw-ins, you get the corners, give you a chance to have those set pieces to set up your offense.
Yep. We'll be in Winslow tomorrow. Morse and Winslow girls at 3:30. And then Thursday night we'll be in Oakland. Soccer under the lights.
I'm looking forward. Yeah, we're going to, not to get way ahead, but we're going to Coney. My first game at Coney coming up.
Yes.
Friday, right?
Yep. Before that, though, Brewer Messalonsky Thursday night, and there's another one. And it's 7-0.
Stroman with the big boot.
So Asa Stroman on the board.
One more look at that.
Comes at 14:56. So 4 goals here in the second half. So Thursday night it's Brewer and Messalonsky girls under the lights at 7, and then football over the weekend. Friday night, Skowhegan at Coney. Game time 7 o'clock. Saturday afternoon, it's Madison at Winslow at 1 o'clock. A game a day this week. That's what we do.
Yes.
Keeps AJ off the streets and out of trouble.
Keeps me busy. My family's coming in town Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And by family, the mom and the dad?
Dad and stepmom.
Okay. So the Rents will be here. Big doings?
They're doing some history in Boston. That's where they're flying in, and we'll see what we could do. I know they have Airbnb somewhere up in Maine for the weekend for sure. See what we can do with them with the sports schedule.
Well, you got to take them to Martin's, all right, so they can find some
my stepmom
discount and surplus goods. 100%. And I was at Martin's in Lewiston yesterday. They got a lot of stuff. You got to take them to Big G's, get them a whoopie pie.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because obviously they got to do lobster, whoopie pie.
Right.
I think I was telling my dad about that when he was asking about food.
Yep. We got plenty of that. Hey, it's still fried clam season, you know?
Oh, I love clams. I love seafood, period.
Oh. I am a connoisseur.
Fiance and I went up to Lubeck.
Look at this. Here's Herrick, and he hit the post! Herrick hit the post, and that's what, 5 posts that have been hit by Skowhegan?
It's 5 posts. That was a heck of a shot by Herrick.
That was a blast.
Not taken too many today, but man.
When he does, he means business.
Fiance and I, this past weekend, went up to Lubeck. Thinking of you, we went out to, found this place, Captain's Shanty or something like that, I think is what it is. It's on the water. Seafood, or Captain's Dinner is what it was. Lobster, shrimp, clams. That was awesome.
And you can't get any more down east than Lubeck.
It was good.
That's as down east as it gets.
You
get any more down east, you're in Canada.
A rock throw from Canada.
Right. So, yeah, you did it right going to Lubeck, man. That is God's main country up there, that's for sure.
It's beautiful.
It doesn't get any more Maine than that.
Yeah, it was really nice up there, too, because obviously we didn't it was, the weather we had last week, so not too hot.
Yeah.
On the water. It was beautiful.
That's a gorgeous spot for sure. Well, glad the old man and the stepmom are coming and get to spend some time with you.
I'm sure you'll get to meet them since I'll be hanging out with you a lot this week.
It's true. Yeah. All right, that's out. Donahue tried to go down the sideline, went off a Lawrence player, and now the throw-in goes out of bounds.
They started to see some really gas, I think, Lawrence players specifically.
Yeah, well, again, their bench is shorter.
Yeah, a couple of them haven't come out. Pellerin, Hillman, I don't think has really come out.
All right, here's Pillsbury. Under 22 to go in the half. Graff with a shot, and it's wide.
Good look there, just a little bit too far.
Sub coming in for Lawrence. First time today, Dominic Golder, a junior, getting some playing time.
And again, worth noting, this Lawrence team, no seniors, 5 juniors. Extremely young team.
All right, grip. Picked off by Skowhegan. Stroman. Stroman over on the right. That is Seitz. Seitz tries to angle it toward the net. It's cleared.
Which I can't imagine. You said Graf's the backup goalkeeper, right? And I'm not surprising considering his size, number 34, if you watch our stream. I can't imagine too many goalkeepers get to play forward.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in that striker position there.
All right, here's a breakout. Curling it is Johnson, and Ryan Donahue quickly out of the net.
One thing, while we haven't seen Donahue challenge today in terms of shots on goal, like his instincts, very aggressive, challenging anything that rolls into that box so you can just grab it and cut off any offensive opportunity.
Pellerin trying to work something out, didn't happen. Back in the large zone off the head of Daigle. Skowhegan comes away with it. Right side now for the Riverhawks, McConnell. McConnell to Seitz, and he tries to angle it toward the net. It's blocked.
Looking for Graf on that centering pass. Lawrence defense, nice job.
And I think we've got a water break. We're right about the 20-minute mark, actually 19:51 to go in the second half. It is all Skowhegan. The score is Skowhegan 7, Lawrence nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys Soccer on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, along with Galen Neal, our videographer, back here live at Skowhegan High School. Water break as we're halfway through, or about halfway through the second half. Doing a good job of keeping the boys hydrated here today.
Yeah, shout out to staff handling it, too, especially, what do we say, 93 and 50% humidity, so
yeah,
real feel 97.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I was making it up.
Well, we're in
Hot.
the shade here.
Real feel hot.
Yeah, that's the way I approach it. That works for me.
The Skowhegan team, again.
Peggy.
Last season, I think, had 9 total goals in, 14 games. As it stands right now, with another 20 minutes here this second half, 10 goals into this 2-game season for them thus far.
Yep. All right, that one is off the back of the net. The corner kick, and this will go to Lawrence.
Another great opportunity for Skowhegan, too, talking about the size of their roster. I think Steves has sat, Merrick has sat, and I imagine, maybe not quite, and keep everybody, you want to run them ragged, but I think a chance for some of those backup players to get some extended minutes.
Absolutely today. I mean, you've got to use your bench, and Skowhegan certainly has done that. Jay Fogg has liberally substituted. Going to bring Noah Pillsbury back in.
Well, that's confusing. Noah Pillsbury. They got 2
Yeah, he's got 2 13s. Okay, so it's not Noah Pillsbury. There's a save by Grip. So they have 2 number 13s. Because I was thinking, that is number 13, but that's not Noah Pillsbury.
Right.
There is a distinct difference in the physical characteristics of each number 13. Wouldn't it be interesting if this 13 comes in for Noah Pillsbury?
Oh, that would make it easier.
Yeah. Because at this point, he's going to be known to me as number 13.
Skowhegan going to get a free kick here.
Yeah, the officials with a quick word.
As we were deciphering that not Noah Pillsbury as well, shout out to Grip on the last save. It was like point blank, and nice job of him gathering that one up. Again, that was his.
It was a hard shot.
Yes. 13th save.
Yep. 18:08 left in the second. Boy, they're sure taking their time getting this lined up.
Yeah.
All right, finally. The shot by McMahon off, I think, Stroman. Loose. Skowhegan keeps it alive. Here is Stroman. Stroman to Donahue. Finn with a blast and a block. Dawson Chapman felt that one. Here's Donahue. Donahue scrapes it up, and it's off the backside there of Henderson. And this is going to go out.
Nice job by, again, Skowhegan, just pressure. And, of course, not Noah is not going to sub in for Noah.
Right. All right, Stroman at midfield. Stroman, Pellerin takes it away. Stroman gets it back. Rolls back deep, and McMahon plays it to Donahue.
Ooh.
Donahue's clearing pass, kind of errant, but Skowhegan deals with it. Pillsbury, nice move there, over to Stroman.
A nice recovery by the defense there because Donahue kicked that right to a Lawrence player.
There's our friend, the other number 13. Cleared out by Chapman. Donahue jumps up. Finn. Over on the right for McConnell. McConnell with a long one. That's going to roll wide.
That one kind of in that wide but a bad spot. I've kind of dropping it both between Pillsbury and another teammate there that nobody could really track down. Sights.
So, Landon Grip will kick it away. And immediately it is blocked. Graff using his height there to head it. Far side for Lawrence. Turning up is Dominic Golder. Golder out.
Yeah, a little tangled up there, so it stays with Lawrence.
7-0 Riverhawks over the Bulldogs. Skowhegan scored early, and they've scored often.
You know what they say, anytime you can beat your rival, it's a good day.
Yes. Lawrence and Skowhegan could have a tiddlywinks game, and it would feel good to win it.
There's a throwback.
You ever played tiddlywinks?
Once, as a kid.
Once.
I liked.
That's more than I expected.
I liked Pogs and Marbles when I was really
Pogs and
young.
Marbles. Okay.
Remember those big chips you used to fling down and try and pop them out of the circle.
Yep. All right, hustling back for Skowhegan. Ethan Cunliffe. Stroman knocked it down. Now Graff. Over to McConnell. Shot is high and wide.
That was a blast. At half, the shot chart was the shot advantage for Skowhegan was 17-3.
That's a lot.
Now 28-3. Skowhegan.
All right, at midfield for the Riverhawks, Ashton Robertson. Over to McMahon. McMahon up and out off Riley Craig. And Robertson. Robertson throws it in to Cunliffe. Tries to angle toward the net. Shut down. And kicked and cleared by Daigle, but it's going to go out in front of the Skowhegan bench. The referee actually knocked it down. Robertson. Back to McMahon. McMahon at midfield, angles it up. Lawrence with a steal and a clear. It's going to go out.
I think you just see the difference as teams have cleared the benches a little bit, obviously, in this one, but you see the difference there. Skowhegan's pass is just more accurate. I think as you could talk a little bit about skill, but I think it's just chemistry has more than made up, has been one of the differences for this Riverhawk team.
Stroman gets it in deep, and it is run off there by the Lawrence defender.
Skowhegan there, I think, is one situation where it was one too many passes. As that pass found its way to Cunliffe, but then I think trying to took one extra dribble than he needed to as opposed to just putting his foot into it.
So we got a corner kick, and McConnell will do it. The blast, and a clear.
Do it again.
All right, subs.
Uh-oh.
Josh Hitchings coming in for Skowhegan. He's wearing number 10, so that means we got 2 10s.
That's Steve's, isn't it?
Is that Steve's? It is? Okay.
Yeah. That's why I said, uh-oh. I said, Grip better watch out. Steve's back in the game.
Okay. So it is Steve's. All right, another corner. And it doesn't get through. Cleared out. Bounced around a couple of bodies. Now driven up and over the net by McMahon.
Steve's, stop me if you heard this before, had the best shot at that, trying to get a header, just couldn't get much on it.
All right, here is Steve's keeping it alive. Near side Pillsbury. Pillsbury has it taken away and cleared out.
I said Pillsbury, I think, touched that one last. Yeah, throw in here for the Bulldogs.
Yep. Actually looks like a free kick. Chapman will do it.
Might have been offsides.
Intercepted by Pellerin. Pellerin and Stroman fight for it. Stroman kept it alive for the moment anyway. Now some nifty footwork by Letourneau, and he lost it, and it was cleared. And a little touch by McMahon back to Donahue. Over to Donahue. Up the right side to McConnell. To Stroman. Good ball movement there. Stroman is Steve. Steve's almost fell down. He kept his footing. Good balance there. Steve's gets it ahead to Graf. Graf shot, hit the crossbar. There's another one. That's what, half a dozen?
I believe so. What a look. Nice job by Graf taking his time, just a little bit off on the placement.
Yep.
Heck of a pass by Steve's, too.
Excellent pass. 10 minutes to go in this one. 7-0 Skowhegan.
Shocker as well. Steve's in the straw that stirs the drink when it comes to shots on goal.
It's like Herrick has been out of the game for a while, giving him probably the rest of the day off.
Yeah, I wasn't sure just because of the heat. Thought him.
No, or is that him down on the far? No, that's Donahue.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I thought Steve's might be done too, but I think with the heat, still a chance. Maybe he gets a couple minutes here or there, but we'll see.
No need, really.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be more than anything just to if you needed a body, just because they've been rotating him so freely. Because I'm surprised to see Steve's back out there.
And good to see Ryan Tilton, a starter back, ready to go in for Lawrence. He got one in the nose and had to be looked at by the trainer. They had to pack that nose a little bit to stop it from bleeding, but he's good to go. So good to see him back to be able to play. Steves takes it down. Steve shoots, and did that get blocked, or was it stopped by Grip?
I think it caught Grip's foot. I think Grip kind of just. Yeah, I think Grip deflected that out.
All right, Donahue. Finn's going to come out. And also coming out is Stroman. And also coming out, McConnell. Probably the end of the day for all three of them.
Stroman, I think, logged. If I had to guess, I think Stroman's probably logged the most minutes of any Riverhawk today.
Yeah, there's some quality talent there. Deflected off the head, and it is wide. That was Graff with a header.
He's not too hard to pick out of a crowd.
No, he stands out. All right, here's Landon Grip. Up to Tilton. Tilton over to Craig. Lawrence not able to get anything going offensively. They've had nothing here in the second half.
No shots. They had 3 shots at half, and it is still 3 shots here with, I think, like 7 minutes left. Ooh.
Donahue took a gamble. Now he's just going to clear it and allow himself to get back into the net. He just cleared it over to an open side. In the ball game now for Skowhegan is Pablo Calder, a freshman. He's wearing number 17. Now a steal, Letourneau. Letourneau over on the right side, and the ball is out. Into Pillsbury. Good move.
Nice recovery by the Skowhegan defense there because Donahue got caught in that aggressiveness. Could have been a goal.
Calder over to Jellison. Jellison ahead of the pack. There is Steves. Steves runs it down, defended by Chapman. Ball is out. Corner kick.
Coach Fogg's telling his team, I think this has got to be almost double digits corners for Skowhegan today, asking them to finish one of them.
Yeah, they have had no success on corners.
No.
Which is interesting in a 7-0 game. Jellison, man, that one also short and easily caught by Grip. You'd think that one corner would have been effective, but they're over.
A nice play there by Grip to just come out and take that one away. But, yeah, I mean, I think they're in the double digits. A little shove there by Skowhegan. But
that was Henry Seitz.
I mean, but I think if you're Coach Fogg, I think corners and then Skowhegan giving up a few whistles. Free kicks more so in the first half. Those are really the only shots that Lawrence actually got on goal. I mean, nitpicking, I think, to a certain extent at that point. But, if you're a coach, you're always looking for something, right?
Right. All righty, free kick here for the Bulldogs. Chapman. Up. Cleared out by Skowhegan, but it's out off the Riverhawks onto the Lawrence bench. Quick throw in there by Noah Spaulding. Boy, Lawrence would love to get one for the road. You never want to be shut out.
No.
Pillsbury clears to Graff. Calder fighting for it there in traffic, and the turn and the shot. Good play there by Riley Craig, but it didn't end up on goal. He curled it, kind of pulled it too much. Craig tries it again. That's blocked by a defender in front. It was knocked down by McMahon. Shot wide.
A little bit of a flurry there. A couple nice attempts, just a little bit off there, and then a good block defensively by Skowhegan.
Donahue with a high punt, clears up to Pillsbury. Pillsbury handling his man Chapman, and they call Chapman for a violation.
A little too shovey.
4:25 left. 7-0 Lawrence. 7-0 Skowhegan. That's out.
Oh, that Fitzpatrick, unless they get another 16, I think Fitzpatrick going to get a little bit of run here.
Yep, and Finn Donahue's coming back in.
I think this I think obviously in ideal conditions probably not the case, but I think with the heat, just don't want to run guys too long.
Yeah, it makes no sense to. especially in a game that's 7-0.
Yeah.
I mean,
definitely. I mean, Skowhegan has absolutely cleared their bench, getting some of their backups extended minutes, but in the heat, extended minutes within reason.
Right. Yeah, you want to spread them out. All right, eventually somebody's going to put that ball into play. Get a free kick here for Lawrence. Fitzpatrick picks it off. Tilton couldn't get control of it. Now, on the breakout here for Lawrence, here's Letourneau. Letourneau up, Letourneau with a shot. It's blocked by Donahue, by Finn, before it got to Ryan. And Finn has a nice fake around Letourneau. That was pretty. Intercepted by Craig. Pillsbury over to Calder. Calder away from Tilton. Steves. It's cleared over to an open side. Our friend number 13. Up to Jellison. Jellison. The shot, a save by Grip, excuse me. And Landon Grip will clear it out. 2.5 left. Skowhegan still pushing. Calder to Steves. Steves a shot right on Grip. And the rebound is cleared on the side, out by Noah Spaulding.
Been kind of Steves' day. He's got 3 goals, and so, I mean, anybody would take that, but he has taken 14 shots, and Grip has blocked half a dozen of them, I think.
He's going to be tired tonight.
Ice bath, I think, in order for Grip, and not just because of the heat.
He has definitely been an instigator for Skowhegan here, and I mean that in the best of ways. He has really pushed the action.
And again, you talk about it with Merrick on one side, Jellison, we called him out on the other side in terms of that forward attack. And Steve sitting in the middle allows you to really spread the field. And then you've got Stroman coming up from behind. Fitzpatrick we've talked about a lot as well. Really good offense, some really good playmakers for the Riverhawks this year. And again, I think last year 9 total goals in I think 14 games. Yeah. And they've got 10 in their first 2 to this season.
Yeah, just looks like an entirely different mindset for Skowhegan. They're playing with confidence, yes. And it shows. That one's blasted out over on the far side. 1 minute to go.
And it's like we talked about in the pregame. They're going to move to 1-0-1. Talked about the tie with Waterville. 3 goals was, I think, one of the silver linings, right? You scored some goals, and you were talking about it. I thought Waterville's pretty solid program, and I think what Skowhegan's done today kind of balances out. Yeah, Waterville probably pretty good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think from what I know, they're decent, and Skowhegan, I think, is right there with them, obviously, in a 3-3 tie. But I like what I've seen today. I know Lawrence is certainly young,
Big
and
time.
It may not be the best barometer of who Skowhegan is, but there is talent on this team. There is no question about that. They have some very skilled players and a fairly deep roster.
Yeah, I completely agree. And again, just to frame that, Lawrence, again, no seniors, 5 juniors. Super young Bulldog team this season.
All right, a throw in, and there is the horn, and this one is over with. So an easy win today for the Skowhegan Riverhawks. They tally 3 in the first half, tack on 4 in the second half, and cruise to their first victory of the season. Final score in this one, Skowhegan Riverhawks 7 and the Lawrence Bulldogs nothing. The postgame show coming up next. This is boys high school soccer on The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Skowhegan with an easy win today. They cruise and beat the Lawrence Bulldogs in boys soccer here this afternoon by a final of 7-0. The Riverhawks got started early in this one, scoring just a minute 56 in, a goal by Jack Fitzpatrick. It would be the first of two on the day for Fitzpatrick, and it was 1-0 Skowhegan. Then just about 2 minutes and 40 seconds later, Samuel Steve scored his first of the day, made it 2-0 there. Then it took a while, about 24-plus minutes, for Skowhegan to score their third goal of the first half. Great shot from deep by Finn Donahue. Kind of a lofty sort of line drive. I mean, not a legit line drive, but it had some height to it, and it dropped in the net, made it 3-0. I think that might have been the prettiest goal of the day.
That's certainly my nomination, as you just saw it if you're watching our stream there. Just perfect placement, right under the crossbar, just right over the fingertips of grip in the goal for the Bulldogs.
Yep, that made it 3-0 there, and the Riverhawks were on their way. They scored 4 in the second half. Fitzpatrick scored again off a great feed from Camden Herrick to make it 4-0. Then Steve scored 2 in a row, Samuel at 10:06 to make it 5-0. Then he scored again at 11:30 to make it 6-0, and then Asa Stroman scored with 5 minutes or so left to make it the final of 7-0. Just a terrific all-around performance here by the Skowhegan Riverhawks.
Yeah, I mean, anytime, obviously, when we talk about it a lot, we joke about it a lot. Skowhegan, Lawrence, you always want to win those for Skowhegan. Talk about both these teams. They combined for 2 total wins last season, just not where they wanted to be. Lawrence this year, super young team. Skowhegan, a lot more seniors. I think that was on display today. And you just want to see that you can, with that experience, show that you took your lumps last year and they meant something. And I think, I'm just going to keep saying it, in 14 games last year, I think Skowhegan had 9 goals. They have 10 through 2 games to start the 2023 season.
Yep, so the experience definitely paying off here today. Skowhegan, a far more experienced team than Lawrence with 10 seniors. Lawrence with no seniors, and that experience translated into a huge territorial advantage and a huge advantage on the scoreboard as well, as Skowhegan wins 7-0. Girls soccer tomorrow. It's Morse at Winslow. We'll be over in Winslow for that one at 3:30. Then it's girls soccer on Thursday night as well. Brewer is at Messalonsky at 7 o'clock. And then we'll be footballing this weekend. Friday night at Skowhegan at Coney in football at 7 from the capital city. And then Saturday afternoon back in Winslow for the Raiders taking on the Madison Bulldogs at 1 o'clock. So please be with us for all of those games, brought to you by Central Maine Community College.
Yes, always important to remember, right, that every video stream is live and free, and everything gets archived at centralmainsports.com in the vault, free.
So if you ever want to go back and either see the game for the first time or relive the memories, they are all right there. And AJ said it's our favorite word, free. Free, a four-letter word we can say here on the air. So that's going to do it for us, for AJ Knights, and for Galen Neal, our videographer. Mike Violet saying so long from Skowhegan Area Memorial High School. Final score in this one, Riverhawks roll, Skowhegan 7 and Lawrence nothing. Good night.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, and by Computer Improvements. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.